Hello, I am Wallace, the Polish toy guy. Today I'm going to show you how to transform Voyager Crumplezone from Transformers Cybertron. This video will cover both transforming him from vehicle to robot mode to vehicle, as well as showcasing his gimmicks and swapping out his batteries. First, a quick look at his vehicle mode gimmicks. Of course, being from the Speed Planet, he rolls really nice, but more important, he has this interesting slot between his turbine engines, and this is a place for his cyber key. Any key from this series will work. All you have to do is to place it here, push it in, and then see the fireworks. So once the key is in, we hear that nice sound, and now we got something that qualifies as almost a second alternative mode for Crumpolezone, and that looks nice. And also it fires spring-loaded missiles from the engines. Better not lose them. Now let's begin transformation from vehicle to robot mode, and the best way to start is to go behind the toy and untap the robot fists from under the engines. It's very easy, just one vertical motion down, over here and over here, and these will probably also open up, don't be bothered by that. As you can see, small tab, fist, and the same fist can also be flipped out and it will lock into place. Now we can move the arms outside, so first we straighten them out, push them down on the shoulder hinge, and finally we rotate this bright green part forward and the forearm backward. Same thing over here. Straighten it out, push this down, rotate outside and inside, and the arms are done. So now let's work on the rest of the body. So first we have to untap the robot feet from the front wheel. Simple enough. And now we can use this hinge to swing the entire leg section below, and it will also click into place. And we can now click the feet into position with nice ratchets. And as you can see, the missile can pop out just because your hand might push the engines too far. No problem. And finally, we transform the chest. So first we untap the cockpit from the main body. While we are here, we can flip out the head. Like this. And this will give us enough room under the cockpit to flip the front wheel over there. Like that. And now we align this with the shoulders and use these small plugs or tabs to go into these holes. And we can flip the head to its rightful position. And if we lost a missile along the way, we reattach it, and now Crumpolezone is in his robot mode. And as you might have already guessed, the main gimmick for robot mode, aside the pose ability, is again using the cyber key power to bring forth the engine missile launchers. So we grab our cyber key, we insert it in the same place, and we let the magic happen while we push it. I really like that sound effect, especially that the result is quite nice, quite menacing. I like. And now it's time to transform Crumpolezone back into his vehicle mode. We will start by flipping up his chest piece. It will untap from the main chest unit, and we first push it upwards on these hinges. And now we can swing forward the previously hidden front wheel And while we are at it, we can also flip the head inside the same cavity. And now we can use the second hinge on this bright green part to bring this forward, and there's a small tab over here that will lock this together with the main body. And while we are at it, we can also transform the legs. So first we push the feet back so that they are in single line with the shins and knees. Now we untab it from here, the hips I mean, and we swing this forward. It will not lock into place anywhere but on the sides of the front wheel, so using these tabs on the feet, we tab it. There we go, the front of the vehicle mode is complete. So now let's finish the back. We go to the arms and we first make sure they are straight, and now we lift the shoulder guards up so that they encircle the hips. Now we rotate the bicep so that we can see the screws, and rotate out the lower arm. Repeat on the right. Now we push the joints down over here and in the elbow so that this is flush with the sides of the chest. And as you can see, the final tab for vehicle mode is this post that will go into the lower fist. So we just align everything, and the best indication that we've done this correctly is that this lower piece of the forearm and this little piece are in a single line. So we repeat again. There we go. We flip the vehicle over, make sure the small wings are above the engines, and with that done, Crumplezone's vehicle mode is complete again. And finally, it's time to swap out Crumplezone's batteries, because this electronic gimmick does consume some energy. So the battery compartment is located behind his chest, and in my opinion, it's best accessible in his vehicle mode. So we go to the back, flip it over, and here we have this panel over here that can be identified by these three circular details. And here we have the screw with a place for our fingernail. And what is nice about this toy is that it tells us what we have to use for batteries without even taking a look at the box or manual. So as we can see, this toy uses A76 or LR44 batteries, 3 of them, and on the other end we can see how to place them inside the compartment. So to get inside we have to use a Phillips screwdriver, and we just unscrew it. And you can't lose this screw because it's bolted into this part. No way you can lose it that way. So we just have to pry it open. If you can't open it, it means you have to unscrew it a bit further. And perhaps now use the same screwdriver for some leverage to get inside. There we go. So the best way to get this out of the way, you have to slide it out because this green hinge of the transformation is in our way. But once we are inside, we can see all 3 batteries neatly waiting to be swapped out. But in my case, they are already fresh out of the box, so no need for that. So we just put this back in so that this little tab goes into a small slot behind the 3rd battery. This one. So we just slide it in behind this hinge, push it in, and then we just do our magic with the screwdriver again, this time the opposite direction. And once we can't move the screwdriver anymore, we are done. And that's all for this transformation guide. I hope it was useful to you and you liked it. More guides like this are coming soon, and in the meantime, feel free to suggest a new one in the comments. I might just have the toy you want to see transformed. I will catch you again in the next video, and until then, stay well. Polish Toy Guy signing out.